Hello, this is Shauna with Tech Mecca again, and we are following up on the Apple iPod Touch auction. You can go ahead and look at how long I've been sitting here. I would think that it's been about 45, 50 minutes, something like that. Um, and it's a good time to go ahead and record because right now we have a really aggressive bidder in the auction right now. And what they're basically doing is placing a bid after every single person that bids on this auction. This is a very aggressive situation or move that this person is making, which 9 times out of 10, in my opinion, will not work simply because there are too many people just like me that will simply just watch them expend their bids. Now, if I was interested in purchasing this item, say for instance I was going to go to the store and buy an Apple iPod Touch, best thing for you to do is to come on Quibids and convert the $210 or so into bids. And actually, you don't have to convert them necessarily all at once. Like I can click here and it'll allow me to buy packs in in a variety of denominations. You can buy them all the way from, I believe, 15 bid pack all the way up to a 500 bid pack for $300. So I would go ahead and buy a $100 bid pack for $60, and I'd sit here and watch this person just spin through their bids, just spin through them. I wouldn't even go ahead and waste my time trying to bid over them. I would let them just bid against the other people that are currently in there. Because at this rate, they're technically bidding 50% of the bids that are coming out there. Now imagine here, let's just round this off to $10. At $15, 500 bids would have been placed if he continued on this tear. And in that instance, he would have expended 250 bids. That's approximately 120, a little over 120 is more closer to $150 that he's already spent. When compared to this, if he doesn't have vouchers, and he's just using real bids, he only has another 100 bids or so. Well, no, I would say he has so 70. He has about $80 left in there. So I would say he has about 130 bids more to go if he's going to keep up that pace. So hopefully this person that's being so aggressive has a lot of vouchers in their pocket, because to be using real bids at this rate, he's going to be out the game, and he's just going to have to scroll down here and press the buy now button, because he is not going to win. There's too many people won in the game. Even though it's down to 7 right here, a lot of people are just like me, just watching and looking. See, it jumped up to 10 people, and as I said, they're just blazing through their bids. Now they're fairly new, so I'll chalk it up to that. I would never, 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 never suggest doing anything like this in an auction over anything over $50. At least you had your fun. You went ahead and tried to intimidate people in an auction that was of a value of $50 or more. But odds are you're going to end up pressing the buy now button, because you're not going to win being that aggressive. You're going to run out of your bids too quickly. Don't do it. Don't do it. And when you're being that aggressive, by the time you do win it, you've spent so much in real bids that you're really not getting the value out of it. So it looks like he's slowed down. It's not necessarily that he's gone, but and there they are again. But you see, he's slowed down. And when I see that, that's telling me, he's saying, wow, I just went through a lot of bids and no one seems to stop bidding against me. I'm going to slow down at least and start conserving my bids. And in my mind, that's telling me that, hey, he doesn't have as many bids as we think, or he wanted us to think he had. He or she, I don't know, it could be a guy or girl or kid or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, they're still in the game, but you see, they're not placing a bid every time someone else places a bid. So I'm going to go ahead and make comments as it goes along. Not necessarily keep running my mouth. And I'm going to stop it, of course, when it gets to 15 minutes. And hopefully the auction will end by then, because I have some other stuff to do. But I wanted to go ahead and put this out there, put some suggestions out there. I'll tell you a little bit about my bidding history. My first auction that I won was like a $10 gift card to AMC Theater. My dad's a big movie fan. He likes going to see movies in a theater. And I wanted to just wet my feet, so I was going to take a look. Well, try to go ahead and win that for him. And I won that with one bid. So, and I was thinking, oh, they're just trying to hook me. It can't be that easy. So my next one was, I believe, a $25 gift card to Overstock.com, and I won that one with two bids. And I was like, wow, that's pretty good. And I think I went for a voucher pack next time, the next one, and it was I think I won that with like 5 bids or something. And at that point, they didn't let me bid anymore. I had a 100 bid pack, because when you sign up for Quibids, it automatically debits your card $60 and you get 100 bids. But you really didn't get a choice in your packs and everything. They debit your card $60. You do get your bids. You get 100 bids for that amount. But I wasn't really expecting that. But as it turned out, it was fine, because I've been having a lot of fun on here, and I've won a lot of things. So other things that I have won is, of course, the iPad first generation. It was a 64 gigabyte Wi-Fi version, no 3G. I won Bluetooth keyboards. I've won PSP Go. I've won a Pulse 4 gigabyte smart pen. I've won a camcorder. I've won a 32 gigabyte flash drive, a 16 gigabyte flash drive, a 16 micro SD card. I've won various vouchers, from 15 vouchers all the way up to a 250 pack, which is the highest one. And I won several of all the different vouchers that you can go ahead and win. I've won other gift cards, of course. I thought my toaster was broken, so I went ahead and bid and won on a toaster. I think I got it for $1.50 something for the toaster. So it saved me going to Walmart or something. I've won video games for my son. I've won Red Dead Redemption for Xbox 360. I've won Just Dance for my niece for the Wii. I've won LA Noire for me. I love that game. I've won, what's the other game? Call of Duty, or it was some kind of shooting game for my son. One of those war reenactment kind of games for my son. I don't really play those. I've won a root beer kit to go ahead and make root beer. I would estimate that I have probably won over 1,000, closer to $1,500 worth of stuff in total. And most of the time when I go ahead and bid, now I have been aggressive a couple of times, and some situations to where I'd probably bid more than that, but that was early on when I was first learning, for items that I didn't need to be so aggressive. Um, but most of the time, I typically, like the iPad, I won that for like 15 bids. I won like the PSP Go. Um, that was a great deal. I got it for 41 cents, and I think I may have bid like 11 times or something, which is about $6, $7. But most of the items that I win, usually, I would say I don't go over 50 bids that I've won the items with. So, which is the equivalent of about what is that? $30. So, and if you just stay patient, um, if you just go ahead and watch the bidding like we're doing right now, as you can see, we wouldn't have had to place many bids. And as I said, if you were gonna buy this item anyway and you have the money, I can assure you, if you were gonna spend $229 on this item at this point, you would win this. You would win this auction. I can pretty much assure you of that. If you're playing conservatively, like I've suggested, I don't think you should have any problem at all winning it at this point, especially now that it's at this price. Um, that aggressive bidder seems to have really slowed down, if not dropped out at all. Um, you want to watch out when it's a situation like this where it's all bidomatic. Um, you just want to go ahead and bid at this point at 1 second. And it looks like really right now would be a great time to get in because of the fact that it's just bidomatic people in here. And bidding at 1 second will go ahead and do you a lot of good. Do not add to the bidomatic problem, because they can continue to go ahead and put in their bidomatic bids. And what's likely to happen is that you would have wasted more bids than you needed to. Just bid at 1 second, like here. And like I said, remember when it starts getting consistently down to 1 second, you want to really start paying attention and only bid in 1 second. Let these bidomatics bids run out. They continue to add, because you can continue to add 25 bids each time you get out. Excuse me. So let them go ahead and run through their course and everything like that, and only bid in 1 second. And as you can see, they're going through 5, 6, 7 bids every 15 or so. And so here we go. We ended it. As I said, mine didn't refresh, so we'll refresh this. Now that person got in really late, so I think they got it at a really good deal. And we would have continued that cycle, but look, see that other person that was so aggressive, put in 150 bids or so, maybe even more, and this person got it for a total of 12 bids. So when you jump in at the end and you have some bids and everything like available, now it could have went a lot longer because they could have been in it for the long haul as well, because they started on their real bids here. So if they were going to go to value price, we would have been in there for a pretty long time, and it's possible we might not have saved much because they were just starting their tear right there. But just like them, if you get into an auction fairly late with a fair amount of bids, you'll be able to save this amount. So that'll conclude my suggestions, tips, comments, what not to's on Quibids. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, please leave a comment and I will address them as soon as I can. Until then, take care and have fun bidding, alright?